What is up, everyone? Welcome to another stream. Long time no see, since last weekend, I think. So, what news can I bring? So, yesterday I was at the Underground Games here in Portugal doing a painting session with the fellas, and I started up painting this fella here, which is William Taillace by Black Rock Miniatures, I think. Something like that. It's really insane and detailed. Very, very detailed figure right there. So yeah, I want to lay down a couple of colors, especially on the shirt, because I want to put it with a grayish type of shirt. So we'll be working on that today, and I'm just going to finish some touches on this big fella here on Sebastian Highway, and then I'll be moving up towards the metal plate, I think. Let me maybe, yeah, I'll go towards the metal. We'll paint the metal, and then we'll paint the fabrics and everything on a separate occasion. But yeah, but I need to finish a little bit the jacket, because I forgot about a couple of highlights that I want to do, and yeah, we'll get that done finally, so then I can start and thinking of giving like a varnish on top of it. But yeah, let me move this to the side just so I don't knock it off, because I'm really prone to knock off the miniatures. Oh, and yet in today in the morning, I got to help a couple of dudes, which made an entire and amazing fucking project, which was it was the fleet. It's a Enterprise ship, or interstellar ship, I think it's interstellar, from Star Citizen. It was the Kraken by Drake Interstellar, and it was fucking amazing. So yeah, without further ado, let's go into the other view. So I'm going to be using my number 2 here. Yeah, exactly. My number 2 from AK. I really like mostly the number 2s of almost all the brands. I think this one in particular, it's very similar to the one that I have from Raphael 8404, because you can even see it, I think. Is it here? Yeah, it is. Look how close they are in terms of build. Well, the Raphael is a little bit longer. Let me dip it in water. I need to clean it actually after the stream ends. But yeah, look at that. Like, it's just a tiny bit longer and a tiny bit thicker, but it's really close to the Raphael expertise, or build, if we can say that. So, because I don't want to mess with the Raphael yet, because I don't want to fuck up those brushes on harsh paintings. And at the moment we are just doing some base coats and sketching and everything, so And also, I'm 3D printed this cool um handle, if you can say that, which you can wrap around like a metal rod. This is like a handle from, it's a handle from how do you say it, from paint buckets, I guess. And it's like, it's freaking amazing. It's actually freaking amazing. So I really wanted to try it out because I think that the way that the handle here, the bar, the metal bar, gives you like this little uh, rest for your hand, you can actually catch a lot of details instead of doing like those things and then you're too far away. With this one, you can actually, and I tilted the metal bar in a way that I can, for example, if I'm here, I want to be closer to the figure, but if I'm here, I want to have more room for my fingers. So I tried to, because you can even see that I whacked the hell out of this metal, trying to put it straight and everything. But yeah, so let's get on to it. So I have some green gray here, which I think it will be cool for, I think it will be cool for a cool base on the shirt, because it's really close to the white that I want to paint. The white, no, sorry, the gray that I want to paint. And I want to sketch like a little bit of a contrast here. Let me just pull up the image that I was guiding myself. Oh, here it is. Okay. And actually the browns do blend nicely with this shirt, with this tone. Look at that. Actually, let me just zoom in. It actually blends really nicely. Brushes drying out, so let me just turn on this light so you guys can see me better. Yeah, much better. So I think yeah, it actually blends well. So one of the things that I was going to tell you guys is I strongly advise you guys for cleaning your brushes over and over again while painting. If you're seeing that the brush or the paint on the brush is drying out, it's time for you to change the paint on the brush, but you don't want to you don't want to sorry, the camera is too forward. Oh shit. I just fucked up everything now. Let me just tilt it really nicely like that. Because I bumped the camera the other day and now it's not centered anymore. Kind of bugs my brain. I think like that is better. Oh yeah, just put the light again. Oh, okay, much better. So as I was saying, every time you're seeing the paint dry, just go for it, but before grabbing that paint again, just give a nice clean. Now there's something bugging me on should or should not this piece of cloth. Well, it should. Never mind. I was gonna ask if this piece of cloth belonged to the shirt, but I do think it belongs. Yeah, it does. So from here, okay, so this is shirt still. I need to find a good shadow for this cloth, which I don't know if I'll manage to have a good cloth for it. A good cloth, a good shadow. But for now, I'll just sketch, just to have a grasp of how it will turn out. So this here should be shirt as well, I guess. Brush is dry, so you clean it. We grab for my paint, remove the excess. So, I'm like trying really hard to think of a color that would be a good shadow here. Maybe like a brown, right? Maybe I could put a brown that it's more on the greenish side, maybe. And I was thinking like doing the kilt and this garment that he has around it, maybe with a checkered pattern, you know, Is it checkered? Like a chessboard. Right. Mm. I'm just going to put the base colors on it because I want to move on with Sebastian Highway from El Miniaturista, which is a freaking good looking piece. And I want to finish it. So we give just one more coat here. We're done with the shirt. Also, guys, another tip. Please, and when I say please, I really say please. Please, when you're priming, please leave your miniature to dry properly. Because I've seen a lot of people that are complaining that the X primer or whatever is not working or doesn't work properly, but people don't let it to dry. They don't let the primer set after they apply it, and what it happens is the primer won't dry and won't have that component which sticks the glue to it. Well, there are some primers that are better than others, of course, but that's not what I'm talking about. Some have more like dry time, like a faster dry time, but yeah. You know what? I'll use leather brown for the thingy, and then I think I'll use either whole red or maybe we'll go with whole red because I think it's redder. It's reddish. Oh, and also the stream today is going to be a little bit shorter because tomorrow I have a wedding. Not mine, but I have a wedding. And I need to sleep because otherwise it will be a pain to have energy for the wedding. And you know, weddings, it's always a nice party to have. So I want to have my energy up. So where were we? Oh, right. So here, we'll do this round. Yeah, exactly. And we'll try to clean all the imperfections. Nice and easy, nice and steady, one brush stroke at a time. One thing that I find really helpful when painting is trying to brush stroke always the same way. So if you're brush stroking this way, you should keep all the brush strokes all to this way. Why? Because this way you make the paint all consistent and going towards the same goal. And if you start shifting the direction of the layer, sometimes depending on how well it's thinned, your paint, you will see brush strokes, and that kind of sucks, and you don't want to do that. So that's another cool tip that I can give you guys. Okay. So we clean it here. And as I said, one brush stroke at a time. Don't be too hasty. And oh shoot. Like I said, this is also just for sketching. We're just sketching. Just to see how well it will look. At least just with these base colors. Because these layers are just basic ones. Just for us to have a notion. Because I want to separate the elements. Because they're two together. Now, I don't know. Maybe I have to study some things about kilts. Because I'm not too knowledgeable about it. But will like that? Because I know that some kilts you can. Oh fuck. So they are on the same tone. So this part of the kilt is some. Oh, so this belongs to the kilt. This part right here belongs to kilt. So I'm applying the wrong color here. Okay. So we'll do the inverse. We'll use this color on the leather that I had applied here yesterday. And I didn't like too much this color here for the leather. Because for the leather, I want some brownish red tone for the base color. Because I think it will be, yeah, it just pops more, it's more vibrant, and at the same time, I think it's more realistic to what we are trying to achieve here. So let me just turn this thing like that, so I can have more adjustment here. Yeah, so see how the leather goes really well on this part? I think this tone is really way better than the other one. I normally use, I think I normally used, I used to use, which one was it? I don't quite remember. But it was a strange color. It really was a strange color. I just hope this brown from the other portion of the kilt doesn't dry with a different color than the one above, because that way it will be freaking disappointing. That's what it will be. Let me just add a little bit more, because it's too diluted. Okay. They're really similar, but one is more reddish than the other. Okay. Just clean this one, because we're seeing the bottom layer here. This part is okay, so that little tiny piece right there under the sword is actually leather, I think. I think that this tiny piece is leather. Right about there. So we also have leather here. And guys, don't be afraid to use the tip. One of the cool ways that I used to become better at doing the strokes really thin was grabbing a little piece of paper and just practicing and practicing a lot of strokes and trying to understand how much pressure should I apply on the surface to get that result with a really thin line, you know. It takes a little bit of practice, but I guarantee you, if you practice just, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes a day, it's enough for you to start building that memory muscle onto you. And one of the ways for us to learn fast is by repetition. The amount of stuff that you repeat, better for you because you learn it faster. This is a really, really awesome piece. I really like it. When I saw it, I just fell in love, bro, because it's freaking amazing. Like, this piece is just freaking amazing. Now, leather. The boots should be leather, right? Because this is like medieval, timey, themed cat, right? So maybe I'll give the boots a proper coat. And it's still too watery, so we want to add more paint so it's not completely translucent, but at the same time has enough pigment. Okay, nice. Because I don't know, maybe I should have done the boots on the color. Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I'll give the boots like a beige color or something. Not a beige. That's not one. But like a more worn out leather. Maybe, just maybe. We shall see how it goes. Cause I have like maybe yeah 3 to 4 different versions of paintings of this one, and I'm just grabbing some small ideas from each. But I'm completely painting like a different way, patterns, colors. I think only for the kilt is the only thing that I think that I'm going to actually mimic the pattern. Because I think that the tones that I was using yesterday were really, really off. They were all in the same spectrum. It was really hard to get a glimpse of what was happening in the figure, or in the miniature in this case. And I want to give the feel where you can see all the elements without having to struggle with the colors, right? To the eye, of course. So what I was thinking of doing is look at the difference of how it was and how it is now. Well, maybe I painted it a little bit better also, but because yesterday I was at a gathering with the pips, and yeah, we kind of talk a lot, and we go off topic, and we go help each other and stuff. So sometimes you're not really focused on what you should. So I'll be going with Dragon Blood or the mouth. Or maybe no, maybe we'll go with King Purple, because I think King Purple will be a good addition for the mouth. Yeah, I could go with Black Purple, but I think Black Purple is really too black, so I don't want to jump too much on it. And I want to have the purple here as the shadow for the mouth. So I think it plays really, really well. I think it plays really, really nicely with the reds and everything, so it will be a cool tone. I don't know if I should do OSL with this one. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't do OSL. I'm still trying to decide, but I'm not completely sure of what I should do. Oh shit. Oh, painting the teeth. I just wanted to paint the rim around. Okay. So we'll go like that. Also, should I put some emerald? Maybe I should, right? Because emerald with the gold actually sits really well. And I was going to, I was thinking like putting this tiny pin where it has the golden clamp being like of a emerald metal or something like that, you know? Just to be a little bit more fancy. Right? Maybe I'll do that. Let me see if I'm not mistaken, I had, well, first of all, let me put the colors that I'm using on the cat on the side, because that's fucking important. Otherwise, I'll forget about them. So this ones will be for the cat. Where in the world is my fucking green? Where in the world is my... What? Oh, sorry, it's right here. I said it was on this lower level of my paint station, but it's not. Let's shake it out and put it on. And maybe I'll do on the handle. Maybe I'll do on the handle as well. You know, like a emerald type of thing. Oh, also, let me just clean this part by giving here the handle. I don't know if I should be doing this creamy gray, but if I have to tone it down, I'll tone it down later. But yeah, guys, as I was saying, please don't be afraid of using the tiny bristles, and don't go cutting them off like a crazy person. When I say this is, you know, when you buy the brushes and then you have like a really tiny hair, please don't cut it. Try to use it. For example, this one has a really tiny one. Let me see if I can show you guys. He has like a really tiny one, which I can guide him to drop. Do you see these fine lines? They are just dropping from that, look, that really tiny hair right in the top. So there's like a tiny hair here, which I'm touching right now. Right there. You see it? So that tiny hair, I don't advise at all for you to remove it, because it helps. It really does. It really does. At least for me, it does. And you have to learn to control them, and the way the paint flows from your brush and everything. Because if you don't learn how to control that, brushes won't be as responsive as you want them to be. And it's going to get frustrating. So I really strongly advise you to not cut them out and try to use them. So this is leather, right? I think I should be, yeah. And then the scabbard, I'll use another color. What color? I wanted to give like a chocolatey. Yeah, maybe we'll go with the chocolate tone. Was it? No, no, no. It wasn't the chocolate one. Sorry. Green brown. I think it's a good color because it's darker. Yeah, we'll use this one as well. And I'll go on the emerald just by 2 seconds. Let me just apply here so I don't forget about it. Oh. So I don't forget the second coat here. Okay. Just clean this here. And this tiny hole as well. Oh shit, I forgot. I completely forgot the inner parts here. Yeah. Like that. I think like that is good. So we'll go with the green. The emerald. Sorry. For a second there, I had my doubts if I did use water or not to thin it down. So let me twist this. Unfortunately, this isn't the best working handle, but all right. I forgot to tell you guys. I bought Pro Acryl. I bought that paint set, and I think I might be doing a video on it and post it as one of my first videos on YouTube. I don't know. Something along the lines like a noob trying out Pro Acryl. I think that would be funny. So let me grab a little bit of green again, and doing here on the gem on the handle. Okay, I think that part is good. Right? It gives us a little bit more contrast, right? So I'm also in the need of adding like a Sahara Desert, Sahara yellow onto the gold parts, just to give it a little bit more punch. One drop there is enough. And let me do my green brown really quick. Put it here. Why not? Just a drop. Whoosh! This one is really thick. I'm sorry for the shaking. It's just my vortex mixer. I think I didn't mix it very well, but we shall see. Oh, you know what? I forgot about a tiny strap of leather right here on the hand. It actually needs a little bit of contrast there. Should I do leather here? Maybe I should. On this bracelet. Okay. Let's just give the second coat so it becomes a little bit more intense on the pigment. Because don't forget, when you're applying the various layers, you are like hiding the one beneath. So if you had black, the color beneath will be, no, the color above it will be a little bit darker, where as you're building the layers, it actually makes it more, since it's hiding the black, that's what I mean, it will make it seem like lighter or more next to the color that you're applying, right? Right, the Sahara yellow. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Am I? I don't think so. Fuck it. So, we'll grab here. Just a tiny bit more. Tiny bit more. Okay. I think now it's a little bit better. Let me just work the tip. Oh, fuck, it's too low. Okay. It's almost off camera. Oh, I forgot the brown black for the scabbard. twist this up. Okay. Like I said, guys, like this type of handle is really, really handy. Let's see if I can catch that goldy thing without fucking the rest too much. Well, there's a little bit of gold there, but I think it will be throwing us off here, so okay. So here. The white eyes are bugging my head. Like, what the fuck? I need to black those. Because, like, the eyes there in white just throw us off. At least I think it does. So maybe I'll just add a little bit of black. Just to give a little contrast there. So it's not too white. So it doesn't distract us as much. Alright, it should be doing here. Now that is looking a little bit better, right? It's almost tabletop finished. Almost. And I still need to change the hair, because like the hair of the cat, I was thinking of going like with a brownish gray, something like that, like the deck tan or something like this, you know. And I want to use like a brown for the shadows. Not sure if that's going to work well. But we'll work it out slowly. Too watery. Almost good. Okay, nice, perfect. So this is for the scabbard. Scabbard? I don't know how to talk in English anymore. Okay. Because this is one of my advices to you guys, is if you don't know what to paint or how to paint, just put colors onto the miniature, like the base ones, you know, and then you'll decide, well, this will be better on this color or on that color and whatever. I think it's better this way if you're having trouble visualizing and having like that. Like those tones together in your head. Well, this wait a second. This should be wood, right? Wood with gold. Yeah, I think this should be wood. Otherwise, it doesn't make much sense. Unless did Scottish people use? Well, they must have used the. I can't remember if Braveheart they used metal shields, but I pretty much sure they used wood shields with maybe metal in the front or something like that. But I don't know. Again, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So let me grab just a little bit of black, just to put it on the ice. And I don't know, maybe, just maybe, I'll put a little bit of white onto the eye as it dries. And leaving a tiny rim. Yeah, exactly. So, let me see if I don't fuck up. Okay. Okay, but now it looks freaky, right? With the black dyes, it looks kind of freaky. Holy shit. A angry... I don't know how to talk in English anymore. It's an angry boy. Look at that. A really angry boy. Oh, shoot. I was just wondering, guys, but have you ever painted your nose by mistake? Because I have. And it's a curious thing, because if you leave your house with your nose painted, a lot of people will pass by you, but they won't say shit. And that happened to me a while ago. I was like painting a figure, and then I just removed a little bit of the excess paint onto the miniature by mistake that I did. And then somehow it gave me like an itch on the nose, and I just did this. So I went outside to the mall with a painted nose, like a freaking clown. That's what it was. And no one told me, like, hey bro, just found a little bit strange, but you have paint on your nose. Nothing. Like, no, not a single soul told me. But a lot of people were looking at me, and I thought, like, well, maybe I do have something on my face, but I don't know. But I didn't go to the bathroom. I could have gone to the bathroom, and then I would see that I had paint on my nose, and I'll be freaking embarrassed. But no, I went with my chores. I bought everything that I had to buy from the mall, and then I went home. When I arrived home, I laughed the shit out of me. Because I was like, oh, so now I know why why they were staring. Oh, oh shit. Okay. So this is looking more like a cool. Wait, should I? Let me see if I can see the fucking. But I don't know if my references have the shield. They don't have the shield. Fuck. How do I do this? Wait. William Taillace. Let me see if I find one with the shield. Because that would be freaking amazing. Oh, shit. So what they did... Oh, right. Look. We have a type shield here that I could use as a reference. Let's save this image. Because... Yeah, look at that. So it's wood on the inside. And I fucked it up. But we'll leave this brown be. Because it can be... Yeah, we'll leave the brown be as a base color. But here, on the middle section, except for this tiny half spheres, if you can say it, I don't know what's the name of this, but these are going to be wood, so if it's wood, put on this dark. What was the name of it? Green brown, sorry. Okay, nice. We put just around here on the main dome. Should I paint it like metal? Maybe I should, or gold. Maybe I'll do gold, right? On the rim. I don't know what color I should do on the rim. Maybe we'll go with gold. Since we already have it on the... Fuck. It's too diluted. Shouldn't have added that little bit of thinner there. Okay. So maybe, just maybe... Oh fuck it. Let's add it. I think the problem is it's going to be looking too yellow, right? Don't you think? I think it will be too yellow. Uh, maybe should have gone with a more of like a copper tone. I don't know. I really don't know. Because then I'll have to do like a small rim around here. Eh. Shit! I painted an arm! Look. I did a little bit of the arm. And then what? Then we'll paint this in gold as well. Does this make any sense? Like I said, I need to do some research on Scottish people and their respective shields and everything. But I think with this tone, I think it will be looking good actually. So as you can see, now we already have like a really nice transformation already. Okay, so let me put a white gray. It's not this one. Which one was it? Is it silver gray? Yeah, I think it's silver gray. We'll use silver gray instead of white, because if we need to build it up, I don't want to be too white. Oh shoot. Too much paint came off. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, actually, fun fact, this handle that I found, there's actually a brand, which is Wrathcore, that actually sells this ones in wood, and they are functional. So I ordered one for me, and I'm kind of hoping, from what I've seen, that they are pretty good. So I'm kind of like hoping they will be better at rotating and everything, and swapping stuff and gluing minis to it. So let's hope. Shall hope it will be a good painting handle, because I'm a little bit tired of the ones from Redgrass. Not gonna lie, like Redgrass handles, they're good, but they are on a little bit of the heavy side. And I like to turn stuff like this. So, and a lot of times what it ends happening is having the handle here, it's making like a huge weight on top of the miniature, and I don't like it. And at first I wasn't, it was okay for me, but now that I'm trying to go more towards a professional painter little by little, on the road from noob to pro. Um, I feel like since I have to put the miniatures on certain positions for me to have reach for those details, I don't know, man. The ones from AK doesn't help much. But I do have to say that they are pretty good. But it doesn't serve my purpose. Unfortunately. I wish they had like a metal thingy where you could rest your hand, like an adapter or something. If they do that, that would be fucking great. Look at that. How fucking awesome. Maybe I should lower a little bit the gap here of the... Yeah, like this. It was too harsh. It was looking more like an eyeliner or something like that. But yeah. Let me grab a little bit more and we'll go towards the other one. Fuck! Let me clean it real quick. We're adding a little bit of water. Here, scraping it off. Just to see if I can just remove this paint. And I can't, of course. So I'll have to do black again. Here. But I'll just do on the rims. Oh, actually, I'll clean it all. Okay, right. Nice. And where were we? Okay, right. Well, this one and more paint because it was really diluted. Okay, I think now it's good. Sheesh. Do this instead. I really need to reduce the black line there because it really looks like a liner, and we just want it to be like a small little tiny shadow. I know, I'm not using the handle, but the thing is, it's not on a proper angle and it's hard to move. Try tip, sorry. I almost painted something that I shouldn't. Oh, is it better like this? I think it's a little bit harsh anyway. But this is a start. Oh, of course I had to fuck it up right there. Oh, actually I didn't fuck it up. I want a little bit more dip. A tiny bit deep. Go deeper! Okay, I'll stop. Okay. Okay, so that will be better, but I still need to go a little bit towards the nose, removing that part, that black part there. So, lastly, what we need to do is trying to find an actual gray that I can use for the base color. Like a brownish gray. Brownish gray. What could we use, boys? Let me see. None. Brown. Have any brown here? German field gray. Nah, it's too greeny. I think I have more browns here. Let me see. Oh yeah, right. But it's still not what I want. Gray brown? It's too gray. Isn't it? It's too gray, right? Yeah. Never mind. It's too gray. It's too fucking gray. And I want it to be more like a gray. Maybe you know what? I won't think too much about it. Maybe I'll do like dark gray or lead gray, but I think lead gray is weird, so dark gray is a little bit more bluish. Maybe, just maybe, we'll go with ash gray. I'm too confused. Wait, this is a 24, 25. This is a 22. This is a 23. But I'm missing one. All right. I could use basalt gray. No, we'll use dark gray. Fuck it. Let's not think too much about it. If we have to give another coat, we'll give it. How are we on time? Woof! Well, I'll just give this color and I'll call it good. I won't be able to proceed with the fucking stream to the end. Oh, fuck, it's too much, I think. The brush is too loaded. Yeah, I'll clean it on another day. Oh shit. Now that I'm rushing it, I'm just fucking everything up. Okay. One layer at a time. Look, it transforms completely then. Will it be too black? Ah, too black, it's not too black, too dark. Maybe it will, to give us a perception. Maybe it will. Fuck. Like this. I can't wait, man. I can't fucking wait for the fucking paint handle to arrive so I can use a proper, decent thing. The only downside of it that I found is the lack of magnetization. But I can glue, like it uses cork, so I can glue to the bottom of the cork, which holds the miniature. I could, like, add a magnet to it. I think that will be okay. And then when I remove the miniature from the handle, or the cork in this case, I can put it on top of some metal thingy so it doesn't knock the figure, something like that. Because like for speed painting an army, I think that would be actually nice. Having a place where to put some minis and stuff. Ah, shit. Fucked up the eye there. Can I get there? I think I did without touching the sword, but we'll find out in the future. Let me clean my brush again. It's getting too dry. I'm grabbing a little bit of thinner here. Moving the accents, grabbing a little bit more paint. We mix it so it doesn't dry as fast. And really slowly. One of the things that I noticed when I was with the people, with my dudes from underground images. Some people like they rush when they're painting, and I was telling them like one layer at a time, bro. Don't try to win an invisible race against yourself because you're not in a competition. So if you're patiently painting, try to do small and longer brush strokes. Try to like appreciate the process. Instead of like rushing stuff and then not painting it properly. Because I think that's what happens to a lot of people. They rush the painting process because like you're in a rush to play, right? So you want to have like a tabletop ready miniature. But the thing is, that rush, it actually makes you like paint really poorly, and in my opinion, what it does is it fucks up your experience. Because you're going to be like, oh, I always paint and it always comes out poorly or something like that. And when I told this to the people, I think it was to one of them, like, paint slowly. Yeah, it was with one of them at the end, at the very end, like, paint slowly, one layer at a time. Look closely to what. I don't know why the fuck I just dipped my finger on the paint, but yeah. Because if you pay close attention to the colors, to the paint that you're doing and everything, it will be so much easier if you're paying attention to it. You won't make as many mistakes. You'll be more aware of the bristles of your brush, what parts you're painting, what parts you're touching by mistake, because sometimes you paint by accident some parts that shouldn't be painted with that paint, especially if you're speed painting. That happens, like, that might happen a lot. As soon as I start building up the layers and the hairs, oh, I think this one would be really cool. Because I want to push it out to the white and having like stripes, like a brownish stripes. But I think this will be a good base layer for the back hairs or something like that. Mm. What? Ah. Let me see if here we can see better the hands with the gray, because this brown was really mixing up with the rest of the browns that we had here. And I painted the leather. Fuck it. Maybe I can clean it. Wait. Can I clean it? almost. But at this point, I'm also painting it. 'Cause it absorbed a lot of the paint, so okay. Now we're cooking. Okay, just clean this part of the hand and the back as well, without touching the leather there. Oh shoot, wait. Okay, got it. Okay, let's clean up the brush again. Removing the dry paint on the tip, dipping it in thinner, grabbing a little bit more. Let's add it, remove the excess, and repaint. Oh shit, grabbed a little bit of the lower part of the skirt. Sorry, not skirts, kilt. This is a tricky angle. Okay, let me just clean it real quick. Which brown it was? It was this one, I think. Yeah, it was. It was this one. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait. Too thinned. Okay, better. Okay, and now you do this part, remove there. I think it's good now, right? Oh wait, there's a little piece there of brown. Oh, actually, why can't I can't reach that part properly. Okay, so I got it. So here we have it. I think this colors would be much better. And now I can take like a proper picture of it and sketch it on my iPad, which would be much fucking easier to build up the layers and try to put the highlights and everything. So let me just take a photo of it so I don't forget about it. Let's put it without the shadows. That and the back. That. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. Have a great night, guys, and I'll see you next week. So I will be finishing Highway, and then I'll post on Instagram the progression of it, and I'll be sketching little William here with the colors of my fallen not fallen, deceased cat. It was quite a beauty, and I think it's a good, it's like a good like how do you say it, like a good memento or something like that for him, because I really liked my old cat, and he was just amazing. So I want to be like a kind of a tribute to him. So yeah, I have to go to sleep, have some rest, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. Have a nice night.